You?
Yeah, I know.
Overall impressions of the week, Coach, and how it went?
Great week. Yeah, I think we developed as a team and made some good strides.
What was your reaction coming out and seeing the fans out here and them giving you kind of that ovation as you ran out on the field?
It really made it. It was closer to a game than a normal practice feel. There's a lot of excitement, a lot of energy, and it was great to see the stands full. A lot of maize and blue in the stands. It's a great feeling. I know our players felt the same way.
Do you feel at the conclusion of this week, you talked about the team watch, remember the Titans and that team bonding thing. Do you feel like you got that this week?
Yeah, the feedback's been really good. The morale has been very, very, very high. And the development's been good on the front of team development, football development, but I also think it's been real good on guys getting to know each other better. Guys that don't know somebody as well got a real opportunity to. There's 19 different meals and sitting down, having a conversation with somebody, learning about them, learning what their story is, and that was good. Watched it all week. I mean, multiple times. Just watch. You can learn a lot by just watching. I saw that with our team, and I think they had a lot of fun. I think they worked extremely hard. I thought it was very beneficial for us.
Jim, I asked our highlight this week that stuck out.
There's a lot of them. It was great having Professor Stewart here, Tyron Stewart. He has an amazing passion for academics, for life, for football. Shared some real positive things. Very productive. There were so many things. It was just being together, being together in football. They were great moments.
Jim, I asked one of your players if
They're inspiring moments. They really were.
along those lines, I asked one of your players if he feels like he's part of something unique here at Michigan. It was Drake, and he was like, yeah, it feels like we're doing something different. And he did a little impression of you, by the way. But is that what you're trying to accomplish here? Something unique? Make Michigan something unique in college football?
What was trying to be accomplished was developing as a team, further getting to know each other, getting to know your teammates, player development. That was one of the main things. And I think we accomplished a lot of really good things. That it was unique. It was good. I think we all feel like innovators.
How did it turn out compared to your expectations going into the week?
Exceeded expectations. I would recommend this to other football programs. I'd recommend it to us. To do it again. There were no negatives. I mean, there were all positives.
So you'd like to come back next year, and you think other colleges will follow suit? Could be a busy March maybe now next year?
I'd recommend it.
Would you consider doing another location as well?
Yeah, I would consider that, definitely.
Do you think there's other facilities that can suit your needs like this one does?
Sure. Yeah, I do.
Did you ever do this in the fall, Jim? In fall camp? Could you even do that time of year?
Could.
Have you considered that?
Probably will consider that. I mean, I'll think about it. Haven't decided yet.
Jim, when you talk about being innovators, how hard is it to keep being innovative and coming up with just new things?
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
how hard it is.
like football coaching. I mean, it's just sort of like there's always been stuff in boxes, and you do the same things every year as a coach. It's just hard to keep coming up with new ideas.
Maybe we're giving ourselves a little too much credit on the innovation part. It was, I was kind of did some research on this. This wasn't just a spur of the moment decision. Very interesting that Cornell swim coach in 1938 took his swim team to Florida on spring break, and they credit that for starting the whole spring break phenomenon.
Really?
So maybe it's not that. Maybe it's not as innovative as I might have given us credit for.
You seem to be annoyed with some of the drop balls, but overall,
Yeah, that was annoying. That was annoying.
but overall, first day in pads, what were your impressions?
There was spring ball. I mean, usually the defense is, when you put the pads on for the first time, the defense is ahead. You like to see that. You like to see how far along our defense is at this point. Channing Stribling was catching the ball. Matt had more receptions than any of our receivers had, or tight ends or backs today. So gave him the practice ball after practice. Thought it was a heck of a performance by him. But yeah, there's athletic. I think we're better athletically. I think we're a team that's better athletically than we were this time last year. I think our awareness is better. And when you have better awareness of what you're doing, can bring out a lot of those athletic traits. So I'm pleased that we're further along that way. But then, there's a difference between being not in pads and being in pads, and that's something that some guys are better in pads and further along. But it's good to get that work. It's good to get started in pads. It's good to be in pads, and we'll be striding for improvements in a lot of areas. I mean, you brought up the main one of being able to catch a ball in traffic, being able to catch a ball when it's contested. So that'll be a goal for us. We'll get better at it.
You going to stick with the splitting those quarterback reps next week, or is that going to start changing?
I haven't decided yet. At some point that will.
What were your impressions of those guys this week? Shane, Wilton, and John.
Yeah. They all did very good things at times. I thought Shane had a really good 4 days, and John had some real good moments as well. I mean, he's coming off a year of scout team, which takes some time to be back in the offense. He's in it for the first time right now, as opposed to so many scout team reps. There's a real difference being a scout team quarterback, and you go back and you throw it to a certain area. You try to fit every ball in, and so I think he'll progress nicely. Also, Wilton's made some real improvements, and Brandon Peters. I mean, it's impressive what he did. As young as he is being out here for the first time. I mean, he's got some real coolness about him, and it showed up over and over each of the 4 days. I mean, he's not a guy that panics, and he's a natural in a lot of ways, and I was very excited about what he did too for 4 days.
He's not overwhelmed at all, Brandon?
I didn't see it. Did you? I mean,
no.
You were out here as much as I was. I mean, a lot of times, freshman quarterbacks, let alone somebody who's coming in at the mid-year, you'd expect fumbled snaps. You'd be expect that they couldn't get out of the huddle, and he got them out of the huddle every snap. Every play call. I think he fumbled one snap. It was one. The entire 4 days, and he was in blitz drills. He was in with the first team at times, and he didn't flinch at all. So come out of here knowing we got something good with him. I'm excited to build on that.
How good do you feel about
feedback from high school coaches and recruits about the trip
The
down?
only people I've talked to is high school coaches, and feedback was positive. Yes.
From down here or from up there or all over?
Mainly just the high school coaches that were here in the last 4 days.
Speaking of coaches, you're looking forward to working with the Ravens coaching staff next week. What do you expect to get out of that?
I'm excited for that clinic next week. Maybe that's something that's innovative to the entire pro staff and our entire college staff, plus some great coaches that are coming in. Can't wait to hear them speak, and that's very be with your colleagues. Collegial effort of guys coming together for the good of football, and I'm very much looking forward to it.
How do you like how